What's up? How is everybody doing in Shiny Land today? Are we doing shiny? I hope so. I hope you find yourself well on this Friday. This Coffee with Michael. It's going to be an epic one. Definitely the best one this week. You know how it is. It's the best one every week. I never let you guys down. Batting 100 on that one, or 1,000, or whatever the batting statistic is, which means I hit all the balls. That's what we're doing this week, every week. What is up, people? How are we doing? What's up, Juju and Layla? How goes it, Julie? Glad you're doing well. That's awesome. Today, we've got some good stuff for you. We're going to be talking about how to create demand in the slow season. So we've got 3 ways I'm going to teach you today to create demand in the slow season. Now, listen, the slow season, the whole idea of it being a slow season, that's kind of just in your head, if you think about it. It is true. There aren't a lot of compulsory gift-giving type holidays in the summer months, but there are still plenty of buyers out there buying stuff. People are in the buying mood still. It's summertime. Kids are out of school. People are going on vacation. They're going to concerts. They're getting together in their afternoons and the weekends. They're meeting people. New relationships are starting. There are a ton of anniversaries, their weddings, their birthdays. People are still buying. So a lot of this idea, this belief that it's the slow season, it's kind of in your head. It's kind of in your head. We need to get that out of the way right now, right? Let's get our mindset right. There's plenty of opportunity out there. The pie is gigantic. The market is huge. And people are still buying, right? People, e-commerce companies are making millions and millions and millions of dollars every month, all summer long, right? There are tons of them out there that are doing it, okay? So it is possible. That's the point. It is possible. Now, granted, you got to put in the time, the effort, the work, the skill. Not everybody succeeds, blah, 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 blah. You know, all that stuff is true. All that stuff is true, but the opportunity is there. The opportunity is there. All right, Joseph, what's up? Linda, first time here. Oh, welcome. Welcome. I love our first timers. You're going to enjoy this. We're about to do this thing called the Digital Marketer's Toast. It's legendary. It's going to change you forever. It's going to change you forever. Let's put it this way. If you don't want to be changed forever, I would leave right now. Close the window, log out, because the Digital Marketer's Toast is powerful. It's powerful. It's right around the corner. I'm super excited for you. All right, Deborah, what is up? How goes it? Love the new journals. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that in just a second. What is up, Facebook user? You're first time here. All right, got another one. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be cool. All right, what's up? Hello, good morning. Let's do it. Better than zigging. Okay. Zagging is always better than zigging. That's right. Way to be. Hello from the UK. What is up? All right, let's get into it. First of all, do me a favor, like this post if you're on Facebook. Hit the notification bell. Like, subscribe, do all that fancy stuff to it on YouTube. Let the social media networks know how much you love us. We would appreciate that very much. All right, latest news. We've got some new merch out. We have our Digital Marketer's Toast mug. The mugs are fairly popular. A lot of people are buying them, so we tried to put out some new designs for you. We've got some more in the hopper, but it's probably going to be probably going to be late August before you see those. It's not because the design takes a long time. It's because we got something else special cooking up between now and August, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be exciting. All right, the new journals are out. Get a load of these. These are beautiful. These are graphic journals, so we're actually printing on the journal itself. And let me tell you, the print pops. I mean, it leaps off of leather. It was shocking to me how good it looked the first time I saw it. The colors are very bright and vibrant. They've also stood up to all of our wear testing. So we've used these in backpacks. We've literally gone out to our parking lot and like thrown them across the asphalt and banged them around. We've tried rubbing the ink off. Like, these have held up super well in all of our wear tests. It's a very good quality product. And again, the colors just pop. So a lot of companies are doing engraved leather. We're probably going to get there, right? That's kind of in our minds. But not very many companies are doing the printed. And I just feel like there's so many additional options with the graphic printing on the leather. You can use colors. I feel like it makes it way more dynamic. So these are really cool. We're very excited to bring them to you. We think these will do really well on direct response marketing, like Facebook and TikTok. We think they'll do well on Amazon and Etsy. So very, very excited to see where you guys go with these products. So these are out now. You can find them in your catalog right now. You can add your own design. I've got more on this in just a minute, but just hang tight. I got another quick update on the leather, but you're going to have to wait for it. Okay, next. Our customly integration for acrylic is up. Here's my leather. Here's my other leather news right here. Acrylic and leather both in customly now, right? So you can do these really fun, personalized designs on acrylic and leather right inside of customly now, right? So there are going to be some people who are going to do some volume on these products for sure. For sure. Acrylic is going like gangbusters right now. Nobody is doing these hyper personalized leather items. It's going to be big. It's going to be very, very big. Super excited to see what you all do with these products. Very, very excited about that. I think you're going to blow us away with your creative potential. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Deborah says she made her first journals already, and they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. I'm excited to see where we go with these. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. We have Deborah also saying personalized leather does great on Etsy. Yes, it does. I was searching around for inspiration on some leather products, and there are a lot of them out there. Really cool. Again, I don't see as many printed journals. A lot of them are engraved. So I'm really hoping this gives you all an edge in the marketplace. At any rate, very excited to see what you do with these. But again, they're in customly now. So if hyper personalization is your thing, right? Customly will give you an edge for sure. So go check those out. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. All right. We're up to 40,000 members in the Facebook group. It's kind of unreal to think about. I think I joined the group when there were like 3,000 people in it. And I joined Shine On when there were 12,000 or 13,000. So it's just kind of crazy that we're here. We got to 40,000. The other thing is we deny 2 out of 3, let's say 2 out of 3 applications to the group. I mean, most people don't get in. So it's just, I don't know. It's just super cool. This was all by word of mouth. We've never really done any paid marketing. We're starting to, but most of this growth was all organic. So it's just, I don't know. It's just cool. We couldn't have done it without you guys. You all are awesome. So this is as much our achievement as it is yours. Pretty amazing. So happy to be doing this with you week in and week out and participating with you here in the group. It's awesome. It's awesome. All right. The challenge. I know I keep saying this every week. It's free right now. This is going away. People, if you want to take advantage of it, the time is ticking. This is going to go bye-bye very soon. shineonchallenge.com. It's free for right now. This is designed to take you from zero to your first purchase. It's the entire goal with the challenge. Consume the content now because it's going bye-bye. I mean it. Now, timeline on when it's going bye-bye, don't quite know yet. Pretty soon, though. Probably 30, 40 days, something like that. So if you sign up for it, make sure you take it. So based on our data right now, and this is our internal data, of the people that complete the challenge. So you got to complete the challenge. You have to take action. But of those people, it's something like 80% get their first sale, right? So the challenge has had a really incredible success rate on getting people to their first sale. But you've got to take the challenge, consume the content, take action. You have to study. Remember, it's a skill set. It takes time to learn. Results aren't guaranteed. All that kind of stuff. You know, the screenshots in the challenge from Jim, like Jim's a marketing expert. He's an e-com expert. He's trying to share his knowledge, but you are not going to be an expert when you start. So you're not going to be able to get these giant results right out of the gate. However, if you want to go from 0 to 1, make a baby step, the challenge is a great, great place to start. But you have to take action. You have to take action. So shineonchallenge.com. Again, this is going away soon. Get in now while you still can. All right. If you are ever sick or you go on vacation, which I mean, I don't know. Now, if you're going to go on vacation, now is probably a good time because vacations are certainly not allowed after September because we start to get into Q4 and it gets bananas, right? So if you go on vacation or something like that and you come back, an easy way to get caught up is to just right inside the Facebook group, go up to the top. There's a little featured section. It might be called announcements. And you'll see, it's like a hand curated news feed of all the stuff that we do here at Shine On. Anything that we think is announcement worthy or feature worthy, we kind of tag it, we pin it in there. So you can see new product releases, new feature releases, new integrations, Coffee with Michael's, trainings, all that kind of stuff. It's all right there. And you can go check it out. So if you ever want to get caught up, that's how you do it right there. Click this little featured button. All right. You guys ready for the good stuff? You ready for the good stuff? It's going to be a quick one today. Give me some coffee mugs in the chat right now. Emoji coffee mugs if you're ready for the toast. Now, so emoji coffee mugs. That's what I'm looking for. Now, if you're new and you've never done the toast, holy crap. First of all, I'd recommend that you sit down, right? You don't want to be standing. Occasionally people get a little lightheaded, dizzy. We don't want any accidents around here. We want you to be sitting when you take this. Make sure your socks are on really good. We've had a few reports of it blowing some people's socks off. Don't want that to happen to you. So, pull your socks up. The other thing is most office chairs don't have this feature, but a few of our Shine On merchants have like paid extra to have some bespoke stuff made for their office chairs. If you happen to have an office chair with a seatbelt, now is your warning. Get that seatbelt on, right? So socks pulled up. We want you to be buckled in, right, for the Digital Marketers Toast, and make sure you are sitting because we don't want anybody passing out or anything like that. Now, when we do the Digital Marketers Toast, some people report that they get sales. So if that's you, if you get a sale during the toast, I'd like to hear about that in the chat. Other people report that they get tinglies, right? Like they do the toast and then boom, they get tinglies, start at the top of their head, the bottom of their feet. Everybody or somebody ends up reporting something like that just about every time we do a Digital Marketers Toast. It is the thing that makes Zuckerberg a happy guy. I don't know if you saw this, but Zuckerberg challenged Elon Musk to a fight. I don't know what that's all about. I haven't read about it. I don't know if there's animosity there, if it's fun. But the thing is I don't know if you know this, Zuckerberg's like 60, right? And he looks like he's, 28 or something like that. Super great health. His skin is lovely. He's got a ton of youthful energy. He's putting up videos of himself like surfing, and he's doing jujitsu and all this stuff. And what is his secret, right? What is his secret? What is keeping that Zuckerberg locked in this youthful state? It's right here, people. It is the Digital Marketers Toast taking place on Facebook. That's right. That's right. It's this thing. It's super powerful. Keeps them in a good mood. Keeps Shine On and people from getting their Facebook accounts banned. It lowers CPMs. It's a magical, magical thing. So if you are ready for it, do me a solid. Raise up your glasses, mugs, bottles, and flasks. Join me now for the Digital Marketers Toast. Here's to more conversions, more cash, cheap CPMs, and lower CACs, higher CTRs, much higher CVRs to enable ad accounts and big bank accounts, upsells, downsells, and cross-sells, to winning products and repeat sales, and to the thing that everybody knows, the riches are in the niches, but also your what? Your email flows. Are you ready? Cheers, everybody. Drink up. There we go. The dopamine hit that rings round the world right now. Got 100 people, more than 100 people around the world know about Shine On in this exclusive club. All of you are feeling warm in your chest right now. You're feeling happier because you just got a little dose of caffeine, a little dopamine hit. You know what I'm talking about? A few of you got the tinglies. I'm sure you did. A few of you probably got sales, right? Some good news just came in. Yeah, you just got a positive test result, maybe on a medical test. You don't know about it yet, but you'll maybe hear about it this week, right? That's the power of the toast, my friends. Oh yeah. You let me know if we're feeling anything in the chat. You let me know. You new people out there, I told you. If you hung out, occasionally some people chicken out because I kind of talk about the toast and they're like, "Whoa, this sounds crazy. I'm not ready for change." Change is scary. I get it. Even positive change. But if you hung through and if you're still here, way to go. You just took a red pill, my friend. A red pill. Life will never be the same after that. All right. Let's talk about how to create demand in the slow season. I've got 3 ways for you. This is going to be a fast one today, relatively fast one, but I'm excited to help you out. Really excited. All right. First, are you guys ready for this, by the way? Do I need to hang out here, allow for a little bit more transition into this? Give me, if you're ready to learn. I want to see brain emojis. I want to see pencils and notepads. Is there a school emoji? If there's a school emoji, I want to see a school emoji, maybe a school bus, right? Anything that says education, I'm ready to learn, bring it. I'm going to take notes. I'm going to put this into action. I want to see those emojis in the chat right now, please. Right now. So we've got a yes, way to be. That's what I'm looking for. Facebook user says that they are ready. All right. I'm not going anywhere until I see some more. Let's do it. All right. We got a pen and paper. You guys are just looking for the right emoji. That's all it is. I made this hard on you. I didn't tell you what to put. You had to, get creative and think of one. I understand. There's my brain. All right. We have this book. I think that's a book. I thought that was maybe a devil at first. I was like, I'm not sure that's the vibe, but we'll take it. It's a book. All right. Pen. Yeah. Way to go. Ready. Julie's got, it's like a church maybe, or a school. I think it's a school with a fountain pen and a pencil. All right. Then we got a book. Way to be. Facebook user. Facebook users are usually our best students. Yeah. Johnny. That's a school bus. I dig it. Arthur says, let's go. What's up, Arthur? How is it going? You've been around here for a while. I remember talking to you like a year and a half ago on my Coffee with Michael's. Way to be. Welcome. Good to see you. Rosie, brains. Yeah, ready? School bus. All right. I'm digging it. You guys are tuned in. You're ready to learn. You got your thinking caps on. Good. Let's do it. All right. 3 ways to invigorate sales. We'll be talking about how to create demand in the slow season. Now, again, the whole concept of a slow season, this is just a mindset that's going to get you into trouble, right? Because if you go into summer and you're like, there are no holidays in the summer and therefore it's slow, you're going to feel demotivated. You're not going to see the opportunity that's in front of you. You're gonna switch from having a growth mindset to one that's more limited. All the hipsters and the new agey people today would say that's a limiting belief, right? You don't want that, right? You need to remember that millions. Honestly, this is probably a huge understatement, but millions and millions and millions of dollars are being made by e-commerce companies right now, every single month, all summer long. They don't experience this quote unquote slow season, right? Now, I'm going to caveat that with saying, like, if you put these things into practice, it doesn't mean the sales are going to come flooding in. I'm not guaranteeing that kind of success or anything. However, get this idea that there is a slow season out of your mind entirely. People are buying right now, right? It's summer. People are going on vacations. Their kids are home. They're going camping. They're going to parties. They're making new friends. New relationships are starting. There are anniversaries. There are birthdays. There are tons of reasons for people to buy. One reason, remember, remembrance is a niche. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. People are dying right now, so remembrance is an okay thing. People are being born, so maternity is good. Like, there are 10 gajillion reasons for people to be buying right now, right? So this idea that there is a quote-unquote slow season, it's not real. It is not real. So I want to help you break through that. Now, I'm going to try to give you some ways that you can take your existing lists and generate some demand. I'm going to try to give you some ways that you can focus on like activities and higher leverage tasks are going to get you sales right now in the summer months. That's what we're going to be diving into. So let's get into it. First of all, way number 3. I'm counting down from the top, from the bottom, from the top or the bottom. I'm counting down. Yeah, just take that. Number 3, bulk discounts. Bulk discounts is a decent way to drive more demand to a product if you've already got some sales, right? So it's really easy to set up bulk discounts. Super easy. If you go to Shopify App Store, you search for bulk discounts. There's a ton of apps in here. I installed this one for the screenshot I'm about to show you. I've used bulk discount apps in the past. They work really well, especially if you already have a product that's selling and is appropriate for a bulk discount. If you are in the husband to wife niche, for example, bulk discounts probably aren't going to work for you, right? There are not too many husbands that have more than one wife, or at least that's not, we don't know about that. They keep that a secret, right? However, like the daughter niche is a great one because many people have more than one kid. Granddaughter niche is a fantastic one because, typically, what is it? What do they call it? The nuclear family is like 2.5 kids. Yeah. Well, if you yourself had 2.5 kids and they went on and had a family with 2.5 people in it, and you're a grandparent now, you have a lot more people that you're buying for. So the grandparent to granddaughter or grandson niche is a great one to have bulk discount. So go in, install one of these apps, super easy to set up, and it'll display like a discount option right here on a page for you. There's a bunch of different apps that do different things related to this, but I can display a table, something like this, and it can show different discounts amounts for bulk purchases. So again, especially those niches like daughter or granddaughter, this is a great option to try to drive some additional sales to raise your ticket value, things like that. But you kind of have to have some sales happening already. I probably wouldn't go out of the gate with this. I'd wait till you have some traffic, then I would test the different apps. So that's tip number 3. Tip number 3. Okay. Not mind blowing, but it'll help you, right? Tip number 2, email campaigns with special promos. Now, look, I've been doing the Shine On thing for a long time, and I can tell you most merchants are not taking advantage of their email list. Most of them are not. Email can be daunting. It can be a little bit of work. I get it. However, there's a huge opportunity. If you just made a bunch of sales on Christmas, and you just made a bunch of sales for Valentine's Day, and then you made a bunch of sales for Mother's Day, you potentially have a giant list of customers. These are all people that have bought from you, right? You garnered enough trust, authority, likability from this particular audience that actually got out their credit cards and they purchased something from you. That's a very valuable relationship, right? And there's a good chance you can get them to come back and transact again, right? And the way you want to do that is through email campaigns with special promos. You can also do SMS, right? Everything I'm about to teach can be done with SMS. SMS typically is going to have a higher open rate, a better response rate. So if you've collected phone numbers and you have special permission to send them promos, highly recommend you do that too. But email campaigns, special promos, tip number 2. Let's look at the kinds of things that you can send. Here are some screenshots of some emails that we sent in the past. Now, I'm not saying copy these. I'm just sharing these for inspiration. There's a lot of things you can do here. These image ads, do you have the best girlfriend? Then she needs this, shop $20 off. And, we'll have a link to a special girlfriend product. Get your wife the gift she deserves. We promise it'll take her breath away. And then we have kind of an image of a gift. And this one's $10 off. Notice each of these has a different offer. The offer for those that are new here to marketing and such, the offer here is like the discounted amount. Right? It's the discount. It's a special thing they get for taking action right now. That is the offer. Then here's one over here. Get 10% off a gift for your wife using wife 10. So this one actually uses a coupon. However, if you click this link, it's going to load it. There's a way now with Shopify, you can like preload the discounts into the URL. So you pass the discount through the link. So it makes it super easy for the user to use. Also, I want to say, don't just stick to stuff like this where it's, images and things. Try some all text ads. I actually do this and have done it in the past. All text ads are honestly, they're kind of my favorite. They perform pretty well. They're obviously very simple to set up, but try some all text emails as well. So you have image emails, text emails. You can do little videos, so you may not know it, but this inside of the frame here, this was actually a video. I just took a screenshot of the video and it captured a still from the video. But this was a video. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with email. If you don't know how to get started with this, especially the images, because I understand it can be a little daunting, go to Canva and just whip up a template. Go to Canva, whip up a template, and then send those out. I will tell you, emails come in all shapes and sizes, and you're going to have to test to see what works for you. There are some very easy ways to template this so that the emails are not that difficult. So one of the things I've done in the past is I make an email template, and my email template was so simple. It was ridiculous. It had a headline. The headline is where I would put the offer. No, I'm sorry. The headline is where I'd put the hook. Then I would have a subheading, and then I would have like a button that would get the user to take action. And then below that, right? So below that, that's where I would have an image, and I'd literally just copy paste an image from my website. I kept it super simple. So if I can remember right, I might have a headline that's something like, "Do you have the best girlfriend in the world?" And then for the subheading, I think I would put something like order today or order in the next 12 hours and get $20 off, right? So you got the hook, then you have got the offer. You typically want to add urgency and things like that into the offer. Then the button would say, click here to get $20 off, or click here to redeem your $20 off, something like that. And sometimes I would put like a little bit of like caption text almost below the button. So like right down here, I'd put a little caption text that would be like, discount expires tonight at midnight, or something like that. Just to drive some additional urgency into try to create some action. I would also put, sorry, it's all coming to me in bits here as I talk through it. I would put discount applied automatically, expires at midnight. That's what I would put, right? So a little bit of instruction to make some clarity. So again, I'll run through that from top to bottom just so it's super clear. If this is not your thing, right? Like if this is too much, there are ways to simplify it. One of the ways I've done it in the past is you open the email at the very top, you've got the hook. This is your header. It'll say something like, "Do you have the best girlfriend?" Then in the subheading, I introduce the offer, order today and get $20 off. Then I have a button, click here to redeem your $20 now. Then I have a little subtext below the button that says discount applied automatically, expires at midnight, right? That's kind of how I would do that. It's a and then below that, I would have the image. I'd just copy paste an image from my website and set it all up like that. It's very, very simple. I didn't have to use any graphic design stuff. If this is your thing, I highly recommend Photoshop or Canva is a great way to get started. Canva's got a gajillion templates you can use, so take advantage of that. And don't forget, text-based ads can work as well. I've sent a gajillion text-based ads, made a lot of money from those. Text-based ads can work. You just have to experiment and see what works for you and for your list. All right. Everybody with me? So you can do some email. Now, I'm going to talk about some discounts that you can run. Okay. Here are some types of promos. So you can obviously give people a certain amount off the purchase to drive action. You can give a percentage. Typically, the rule of thumb is that whichever number is bigger is the one you want to use. So if 10%, let's say here, let me try to give you an example. So let's say you have a $50 item and the discount is for $5 off. It would be better in that case for you to say 10% off, because 10 is a bigger number than 5. Does that make sense? Even though they're still getting $5 off, whether it's $5 off or 10% off, 10% is a bigger number than 5, and it's typically a little bit more persuasive, if that makes sense. However, it starts to, so anyway, that's kind of how you do that. So you get the idea. You can also do buy one, get one type offers, where if you buy, like this is another way to kind of generate some bulk discounts with the daughter products. Buy one, get one, right? So then obviously that means if they buy 2, they get 2, right? So you can squeeze in your bulk discounts that way. It's always a good one. Spend a certain amount and get a gift. Right. So if they spend $20, maybe they get free shipping. Or if they spend $50, maybe they get $25 off the next item. right? So it's another way to incentivize action. Free shipping is always a good one. People love free shipping. So you can always say, hey, order by tonight at midnight and get free shipping. So it's always a great one. It's up to you to get creative here. I'd go scour your inbox. I'd think of emails that you've taken action from and try to dissect why you responded to the email and maybe use some of those things. It's always good to, when you find another e-com store that looks like they have their crap together, sign up for their email list, because they'll send you offers and then you can get ideas and inspiration from that as well. So there are ideas everywhere on this, and I would highly encourage you, especially during these months right now with no compulsory gift giving holidays, focus on email. If you have a customer list, focus on driving email. Now, if you don't have a customer list, this is probably not where you want to focus. Or if you only have like 100 people on it, don't even bother. I would probably wait until you have a few thousand people to really lay into this. You need to be focused on finding your first winner. Find your first winner. That way you can create a few thousand people in your email list. Then you can start to really take advantage of email. Does that make sense? Everybody with me? Is this making sense? Please type yes in the chat if this is making sense. Yes in the chat if this is making sense. Yes in the chat if this is making sense. Yes in the chat. Look here. Deborah says, I email each month with a discount code and always get a few takers. It's awesome. Way to be. All right. Yes. Yes. Okay, good. Sarah, gotcha. Johnny, gotcha. Carol, Arthur, Facebook user, Ashley Pearl, what's up? Gabriel, Denise, Julie, Rosie. All right. All right. Love to see this. You're all super engaged. This is great. Joseph. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Almost done with tip number 2. So there are a few other things you can do with email. So I will tell you that I am a little bit challenged with email. I feel like, I get inspired to go write some, and then I pull up my app and I'm just like, I don't know. There's something about it that just feels, it's a bit of a slog to crunch through. It's probably because I've been doing it for since 2014. I've been sending emails almost every week. So it just, I don't know, maybe it's that. But I need to, sometimes I need a starting point. I need something to, some ideas to springboard off of, to get my creative juices flowing, to figure out the offers, the angles, and things like that I want to move my list with. So I want to help you do something similar. So here's kind of an idea. You can invent your own holiday, right? So even though there aren't compulsory gift-giving holidays inside of the summer months, you can still come up with excuses to give promos. You can give promos anytime you want. Obviously, it's not a problem, but you can make it kind of special or stand out a little bit from the crowd by trying to weave it into some kind of lesser known holiday that is not as popular. So first of all, you can invent your own. This is perfectly acceptable. You can say, hey, we've designated, we love the, let's say the pets in our lives. So we designated, July 21st to being International Pet Day. Celebrate with us. And then you sell some pet products, right? Like you can do this. Prime Day is straight up a made up holiday. Straight up. It's completely made up, right? Amazon really did this. It's a brilliant move, by the way. They really did this just so they could get in front of Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales. This is all they did. They just wanted to move the timeline up. They wanted to kick off Q4 buying early, right? And they found an ingenious way to do that. They do Prime Day now before Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And get this, if you buy something from Amazon on Prime Day, well, come Black Friday, what's going to be top of mind in terms of retailers to buy from again? Of course, it's Amazon, right? It's just genius what they've done here. So they're kind of like a first mover on Q4 is basically what they've done. So anyway, Prime Day is completely made up holiday. There's another one that my wife has taken advantage of before. It's like Bed Bath and Beyond or Bath and Body Works. They have this. It was like a 2-liter sale or a liter sale or something like that. They used to do this thing where every year it was like $10 was a $10 leader sale, if I remember right. Bath and Body Works or Bed Bath and Beyond or one of those. It's no longer the $10 leader sale. It's actually like $18 per liter now. So take that, inflation. Anyway, so it doesn't quite have the same ring to it. However, this is a thing that they completely made up. They completely made it up. And they do it every single year, and a bunch of people look forward to it, and they spend a ton of money. I can tell you that when we moved to New Delhi, India, back probably 10 years ago now, we lived there for like 2 years, by the way. But my wife waited till the leader sale, and she just loaded up on like 5 years worth of stuff all at one time, right? So people do this, is my point. So you can make up a holiday. National Girlfriend's Day is August 1st, so you can start thinking about that. Warm up your list to it. Let them know National Girlfriend's Day is coming. Get some products in your store. Pump it out on the list. Have some discounts. You can drive some sales there. Son and Daughter Day is August 11th. Maybe you create a Son Day and then you create a Daughter Day. That would make sense. That we have 2 different buying occasions, things like that. There, as far as I know, there's no Grandson Day. There's no Granddaughter Day. You can make those up. There's no Fiance Day, right? So you can like plug these all throughout the summer months and make some cash. Let's see. I've got some comments coming in here. Deborah says, last year I did a pre-Black Friday sale and it rocked. You should do a pre-Prime Day and see if it rocks. That would be pretty cool. Matt Baugh says, it's like Hallmark and their Christmas in July. Absolutely. Absolutely. Trying to own Christmas by reminding people halfway through the year is smart. 100%. That's exactly what's going on here. Very clever marketers do this kind of stuff. So if you have a store, if you have an email list, this is a great way to generate some extra sales over the summer, right? Over the summer, because there's no such thing as a slow season. Okay. Tip number 1. This is my last and my final tip. I told you today was going to be kind of fast, right? Evergreen niches and trends. You can still find winning products all summer long. Trust me, I know this for a fact. One of our top merchants for Q4 last year found their winner in like July, and it was a top seller basically from July to December. They did lots of units. They did north of 5 figures in terms of units. I'm not talking 5 figures in revenue. I'm talking 5 figures just in orders. They did a lot of units from July to December. So you can find your winners now, right? But to do it, you got to stick to these evergreen niches, which our stuff does amazing with, and you want to be thinking about trends. So let's talk about this very briefly. Here are a few evergreen niches you can go after. You don't have to limit yourself to these, all right? But in the anniversary niche, right? So the husband to wife niche, I would say the wife to husband niche. Now that we have some male-centered products, we got the bracelet, we got the Cuban link chains. Acrylic could probably fit as a male gift if it's got the right phrase on it. You can see this one right here, which I'll talk about in a minute. We have wallets now, right? So there's a lot of opportunity there. And also, men are notoriously difficult to buy for, right? If you go to Google and you look at gifts for men, there's a ton of search volume for that because men are notoriously difficult to buy for. I know I'm a little tough to buy for because, hey, if I have a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection, I don't need literally anything else. Maybe I need a vessel of some kind to drink my coffee, but if worse came to worse, you can kind of make a little bit of a cup with your hand. Like, I just don't need anything. I could live in a cardboard box outside of a Starbucks as long as I was within range of the Wi-Fi signal. That makes me a little bit difficult to buy for. So I get it. I relate to that. So all that is to say that if you have like a wallet, if you have a journal, if you have the right acrylic piece, if you have the bracelet, and it's a gift for men and you're getting in front of the right person at the right time in the right place, they're probably going to buy it. So huge opportunity there to get in there. By the way, before I move on, anytime I see somebody like lock into this niche, this wife to husband kind of niche, they practically own it because nobody else is going after it. So, I mean, they kind of just ride the niche for a significant period of time because there's basically no competition. Okay, so anniversaries is good. Love is always a good one, that kind of thing. let's read this real quick. To my husband, by the way, don't copy this phrase. These are just examples. Please do not read into this. Just because you see him here is not validation of sales at all. To my husband, in this vast world, you're the anchor that keeps me grounded and the light that guides my way. Every day, I'm grateful for the love we share and the incredible man you are. You make my heart sing with joy, and I am so lucky to call you my husband. Love you always, Ashley. Something like this could work. I would probably attempt to use more of a proven phrase or something like that, but something like this can work, right? And you could personalize it. You could do like, to my veteran husband, to my farmer husband, to my grumpy old husband, to my king, right? There's a ton of different flavors you can put on this. Maybe people have pet names for each other, and you can actually let them write in the thing, like to my boo or whatever, right? So there's a million things you can do here. So this is a great niche to focus on all summer long. By the way, many of you know this by now. The husband to wife niche is my favorite niche. It just is. I can't get away from it. Men are like genetically predispositioned to buy jewelry for their significant other. We'll do it multiple times a year. We have no grid for how much jewelry should cost. So when we see an item like this for $70, we don't even think twice about it. We're not in Charming Charlie's or where, we have no gauge for any of that. The other reason I really, really like it is if you nail a product in this niche, you can sell it for Q4. You can sell it for Valentine's Day and get a second bite of the apple. You can spin it a little bit and hopefully turn it into a Mother's Day gift. And then again, summer is anniversary season. So this is just my favorite niche in the world. It's not the top selling niche at Shine On, right? So don't read into anything I'm saying, but I don't know. I just love this niche. I love this niche. Okay. Next, let's talk about daughter and granddaughter. Now, these sell super well all year long. The daughter and granddaughter niches, the daughter niche in particular is our best-selling niche here at Shine On. I think a lot of that is because of the multi-unit, the bulk nature of it. A lot of people, if they have more than one daughter, they get more than one when they're checking out. I think that's what drives a lot of the success here. But look, you don't need an occasion to buy something for your daughter or your granddaughter. If you put a product in front of somebody, it's got the right phrase and it emotionally moves them, they're going to buy it. They're going to buy it, right? Keep in mind that people buy with emotion, but they also buy emotions. Tracking with me? Look, we're about to do a deep dive on marketing. You're about to get a master class in marketing. Okay, I'm kind of kidding there. That was my ego talking, but I'm going to say it again. Listen for the lesson here. People buy with emotions, but they also buy emotion, right? Think about this. What are you actually selling with our products? We say it's the phrase that pays, right? And it's true. It's true. But what are you actually selling? What do the words do? What does the gift-giving occasion do? It creates a moment, right? Like what people are wanting to experience, whether they're conscious of it or not, is this like emotional experience of having something that says just the right thing and then giving it to their significant other or their loved one and then watching them feel emotionally impacted by it. Like it's an experience and it's an emotional experience that they're actually buying. Now, they may not be totally conscious of it, right? But at a subconscious level, people are always craving intimacy, connection, deeper relationships, belonging to the tribe, like that's what's going on under the surface, like under the if you think about an iceberg, right? Under the surface, right, is where the majority of the iceberg is. That's what's going on inside, right? So if your product can do that, they're going to buy it. Now, the best way, so if that was maybe unclear, a little too deep for people, or marketing level 10 and we're at marketing level 1, that's fine. The best way to understand this is it's the phrase that pays. If you can move somebody emotionally with a phrase, they're going to buy it, right? If you can move somebody emotionally with the phrase, they're going to buy it. I like to say, if they cry, they'll buy. Right? if they cry, they'll buy. Move them emotionally, they'll buy the product. Now, zooming back out. So you have the daughter and the granddaughter niche. You don't need a special occasion to buy this. It doesn't have to be Christmas. It doesn't have to be a birthday. It doesn't have to be anything like that. If you put the right phrase on the product, excuse me, and you get it in front of the right person, they're going to buy it. They're going to buy it. Is everybody tracking with me here? Please give me a yes in the chat right now if you're tracking with me. Let me know if you're feeling this. Give me a yes right now in the chat if this is making sense. If this is making sense. A yes. All right. Agnes, Deborah, Facebook user, Juju, and Layla. Arthur, Facebook user, Sarah. All right. All right. Facebook user, Carol. Facebook user, Jamal, Johnny, sorry. Yes, Denise. All right. Okay, very good. Very good. Glad you're getting this. So what's cool is we have a broad array of products now that you can sell into this niche. So you have journals, right? This one was actually doing pretty well on Amazon. This looks engraved, but you could literally print the same thing in black and white. You could add some color. It would look really good. But journals, right? They work pretty well. You can personalize these now. Use customly. It's pretty neat. You have our jewelry items. This interlocking hearts is one of our best selling products, especially in the granddaughter and daughter niches. This thing just sells like hotcakes. I think it has something to do with the symbology of it. You know, they're interlocking. You can't pull them apart. It's like signifies love, like a bond that can't be broken, that kind of thing. And then you have the acrylic, right? And just look at this. I mean, look how the colors pop on the acrylic. It's very easy to see how a mother, a granddaughter would buy a product like this, and they could easily visualize like where it might go in somebody's room. And it makes the purchase really easy. To my daughter, whenever you feel overwhelmed, remember whose daughter you are and straighten your crown. Be brave, have courage, and love life. Always with you. You'll always be my baby girl. If you add some personalization to the elements to this, these things are going to crush, right? So, all right. Anniversary, wife niche, daughter, granddaughter. We also have remembrance. So this is a niche not a lot of people play in, but if you get it dialed in, it sells all year long very consistently. I've seen it multiple times. Plus, you know, sadly, people are dying all the time. If you think we just got out of a pandemic where a bunch of people died, please don't hear me wrong. I'm not trying to make light of anybody's death. I'm certainly not trying to be flippant with this. I'm just trying to explain the marketing side of this, right? There is an opportunity here. People, again, if they cry, they'll buy. If you move somebody emotionally, they'll buy. There's a lot of different emotions you can touch. You can make somebody laugh. You can make somebody angry. You can make them feel love for somebody. You can make them miss a friend that they haven't seen in a while, but you can also get them back in touch with their grief, right? That's an emotion. And some people need that and they want that. It helps them process and, you know, all those things, right? Look, this is a great niche you can get into. You can sell journals. So believe it or not, these journals sell really well. I was shocked when I saw this, when I was preparing this coffee with Michael. These little in loving memory type journals, letters to my father, these things do really, really well. I think maybe it helps people process their grief. I'm not, you know, maybe it helps them feel connected still with their loved one after they've passed. So I was really surprised by that. So if this niche intrigues you, I would maybe go do some research on this and see if it's viable for direct response or elsewhere. This image here came from Etsy. There's a lot of these on Etsy, so pretty cool. You can also use our photo upload heart pendants. These do really well in the remembrance niche. Here's kind of an example of what it looks like, practically speaking. So on the front, people upload a photo of their late or their deceased relative, whatever it is. And then on the back, they put the name and the lifespan. That works really well. And then here for pet remembrance, here's what this could look like. Upload an image of your dog, put their name, put their lifespan, and then you have a constant reminder of your pet with you in the home. So remembrance is a great niche to get into. It's a great one to get into. A lot of people don't think about it. Sells all year long if you find the right product. And remember, it takes skill, it takes time, it takes effort. Probably is going to take some money to get the product dialed in because you're going to have to test ads and all this stuff. But if you get it dialed in, this thing usually does pretty good all year long. All year long. Okay, let's talk about trends real quick. We're very, very quickly approaching the end of this, so everybody knows. Let's talk about trends real quick. There are all kinds of pop culture type trends that occur in the summer months. And it's possible to kind of, hijack one of those or ride the wave on one of those trends. Now, I will just tell you straight out, trends are not necessarily my thing. Part of that's just because I don't stay close enough to kind of what's going on in pop culture as much as I should. I tend to have pretty decent constraints and boundaries around my time, and I work a lot, so unfortunately I'm just not exposed to a lot of what's going on in the culture. I don't even read the news. I don't find out about stuff until way after the fact usually. So anyway, that's just me. So I say all that to say that this is still a very viable niche. Luna Vega actually has some training on how to spot trends, take advantage of them. I'd highly recommend you go try to chase her down and find her training. I'm sure it's out there on YouTube if you just try, Luna Vega trend or something like that. But this is a great niche. Now, keep in mind, if you are capitalizing on a trend, you can't ride it for very long. I mean, typically the trends come in a big wave and you're going to get a bunch of sales and then it's going to die out pretty quickly. But you need to make sure if you're going to try this niche, like if this is you, if you're the type that's on TikTok and you're kind of clicky with your friends and you guys are able to kind of stay on top of what's going on, you need to be careful you're not stealing any IP, right? So you don't want to steal anybody else's intellectual property. So, I don't recommend using things that are trademarked or copyrighted, and you got to be kind of careful about that. There are very clever ways around it. But you don't want to, like, sports teams, that's out of the question. Disney characters, it's out of the question. I mean, those kinds of things are going to get you in trouble. But there's some clever ways you can get around it. So use things that aren't trademarked. So you can use sayings oftentimes. Obviously, I go look first, make sure you're not, taking intellectual property, but a lot of sayings are not copyrighted or trademarked. You can use references, so a lot of times something will happen and a reference to that thing will form in pop culture that's not trademarked or anything like that. So a great example of this is Girl Dad. So I don't know if anybody remembers when Kobe Bryant died, Girl Dad became this very kind of popular saying for a little while. And there were a lot of print-on-demand companies that jumped on it, a lot of e-com stores that jumped on it, and they were selling hats and t-shirts and all this stuff. That's a great kind of reference to an event that happened that, captured a lot of people's attention, and they capitalized on it, and they made money. But look, there's probably two ways to look at this. On the one hand, there are probably a lot of people right now looking at that going, I would never exploit, a tragedy like that. Totally with you on that. Okay. Totally with you. There is another side to this though, which is they were helping people. Excuse me. They were helping people express their support of Kobe's family, and they were helping people express their show respect to the relationship Kobe had with his daughter. Like it was more than just exploitation, or people wouldn't buy it, right? You kind of have to understand there's two sides to that coin. And I'm sure that many people that started selling those Girl Dad products, they weren't even thinking about making money, right? Like they were just trying to help the fan base grieve, right? So just saying, there are multiple ways to look at this thing. I will tell you, when I was younger and dumber, and I'm not very proud of this, but I'm not very proud of what I'm about to say, people. But I make mistakes too, okay? I don't know if you all remember when, in Hawaii, the nuclear thing that happened, where everybody got the messages saying that a nuclear, there was the sirens went off, and they said it's not a drill or anything like that. Well, I had this wild idea at the time. Again, I'm not very proud of this. I had this wild idea at the time to sell these T-shirts that said, "Hey, I survived the Hawaiian nuclear false alarm," or whatever. I can't remember the phrase I had. It sounded better than that, obviously. Um, and I ran some ads for it, and I'll just tell you that those ads got a lot of attention. All right, so not my proudest moment, but my point is, like being kind of aware of events that are going on, not just in the real world, but like shows and movies. There are opportunities around these things, and if you position it correctly, you can take advantage of it. Again, go to Luna Vega. She's got way better training on this than I'm going to have, because this is not really my thing. But sayings, references, short bits of dialogue, all those things are fair game. I'll give you one more example, and then I'll move on here. So I don't know if anybody here is a fan of The Office, but in the show The Office, there are a few sayings in there that I don't believe are trademarked that were great opportunities for Office fans. So first of all, that's what she said. That was just used all the time in The Office. It's very funny, the way they kind of like try to outdo each other in the use of the of that's what she said. I did see a hat a while ago. I believe Eric Tawes was actually wearing this, where the hat said, in quotes, it said, "That's what," in quotes, and then below it had hyphen. She said. It was kind of a funny hat. I only saw him wear it once. He may have just done it for me because he knows I'm a huge Office fan. But there are also some other ones too. Like there's an episode of The Office where Michael's talking to Jan, I think it's Jan, and Jan asks him a question. It's like a yes or no question, and Michael's trying to dodge it. And I think he says, instead of saying yes, he says like yes or something like that, or maybe it's noish, or I can't remember. But there's some like play on the word yes or noish or something like that. And I saw it on a license plate like shortly after all that went down. So it could work on hats and T-shirts and all this stuff if you find the right fan base. People love this kind of stuff. So okay, let's keep going. I think everybody's with me. Is this making sense to everybody? Type trends in the chat right now if this is making sense. Trends in the chat if this is making sense. Trends right now if this is making sense. Let's see trends in the chat if this is making sense. All right, good. Trends. Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, all right, let's go. I think I have one more slide. So, pop culture references. I suppose I should have been on this slide when I was explaining all that. Whatever. Pop culture references. Squid Games was a big thing last year, and I don't know if you recall, but there were a bunch of like green hoodies suddenly on Facebook and all these places. You can always do some play on that. Journals are a great way to get kind of creative. The acrylic's a great way to get creative and maybe capitalize on some trends. Black Mirror, everybody's been talking about that lately. I'm not sure what's going on in the Black Mirror world, but maybe there's something there that can be capitalized on. Again, you're not stealing intellectual property. You got to kind of find some creative ways around it, references, sayings, quotes that aren't trademarked or copyrighted. But there's other stuff too that's not just like a show or a song or something that happens with a celebrity. There's also just stuff happening this summer that are kind of trendy. Vacations are a big one, right? Vacations are a big one. Acrylic items like this that maybe somebody buys for all their friends is a great idea to capitalize on this vacation thing. A lot of times there are girls' cruises, or a family will have a reunion. They go on a cruise. If you have an acrylic product that looks kind of like this, that one person can buy for everybody in the party to remind them of the thing, to be kind of a token of the event, it's a great idea. So here's just an example of what that could look like. This one says, "Beach please, Lori." Maybe you have a cruise ship on here or something. Who knows? A great website to go to kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about here. If you go to Piper Lou Collection, so I'll try to type this in the chat, piperloucollection.com. This is like a legendary print-on-demand store, but they're definitely in this like party girl lake lake girl, I don't know what you want to call it, but like this niche. And they have a lot of, products with a similar vibe, right? And you can do something very similar with the acrylic and with acrylic really for the vacation thing. So anyway, go check that out if you're interested. We also have back to school. Back to schools, people are going to start buying for it and probably by September 15th. Look at this. Look at this. These journals will make amazing back to school gifts. Amazing back to school gifts, right? So the journals will crush. If you get something dialed in on the journal, it'll crush for back to school. You also have July 4th. July 4th, remember, very patriotic. July 4th means a lot of different things for different people, but if you can tap into a vein here, you might be able to sell an acrylic item for July 4th with maybe a flag on it, maybe a thin blue line, thin red line. There's a bunch of different kind of angles you can take. Maybe it's a veterans thing. Maybe it's a independence thing. I will tell you, it's just a fact. The conservative niche, they just sell a ton of this kind of merchandise. Like the flag, the patriotic type stuff. So you can always make something like that. Keep in mind, the acrylic stuff, it's not just bedrooms. It can go on people's desks. It can go on people's shelves. So, having a flag on your desk or something that really expresses a viewpoint that you have in a really great way, people buy that stuff and they'll put it on their desk. Basically, the stuff that works on t-shirts will basically work on acrylic, if that makes sense. So, is this making sense to everybody? Is this making sense? Was this helpful? Let me know in the chat if this was helpful today. Was this helpful? If you're new here, if this was your first time, what did you think? Let us know. Let me know in the chat. Yeah, helpful, definitely. Truly helpful. Awesome. Awesome. Super happy. Could add a little value today. Absolutely. Very, very America. Yeah, you know what? You actually Team America. Team America is from that oh shoot, is the movie called Team America? What is the movie I'm thinking of? The really inappropriate movie. It is Team America. Dang. But America, I mean, you remember that kind of thing? That's a great example, though, of something, of a way of like playing on pop culture in a way that's not trademarked or anything like that. I say "was up" really loud at the beginning of every one of my Coffee with Michaels. Don't think that's trademarked or anything like that. So these are just some examples. But you got to make sure you're not using intellectual property, especially if you're selling something. You're going to get in deep trouble. Okay, great. Every Friday, you get my mind going. That's awesome. Super happy to be there for you. Much added value from creative process. First time here. Yeah, well, welcome. We do this every single week. Dropping value. Hilariously inappropriate. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Man, that's an old one. When was that? Hang on. We're going down memory lane real quick. Nostalgia is another one where you can kind of play on some things. Any like millennials that grew up in the like basically the 90s. Matt Baugh knows what I'm talking about here. I remember the like bright yellow shirts and the bright pink shorts I would wear when I was like really young. I remember the little slap on wrist thingies. Like there's it just had a certain style. I remember Dare, right? Like if you can tap into nostalgia, this is another one that's trend like that you can go after. Hang on, Team America. This came out in, oh wow, it's 2004. Oh man. I thought it was way longer than that. Now I feel super old. It just shows I'm not aware of where I'm at in time and space right now. So I thought this happened in like my childhood. I was like, it was so long ago. It had to have been in my childhood. So long. I was 19. This is horrible, people. Okay, let's get me into a different mindset here. Okay, let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this sucker up. You guys are awesome. I love seeing you every single week. You're amazing. I hope you found today helpful. Hope you found it helpful. Until next time, if you haven't started selling with us, go to shineon.com, sign up for an account. It takes 60 seconds. It will change your life. It'll change your life. No, I want to be very clear what I mean there. I'm not promising that you're going to be able to come in and you're going to be able to make millions or thousands or even a first dollar, but we are going to help you build a skill set. We're going to help you build a marketing skill set. We're going to get you plugged into a community of other people that are positive. Hopefully you can watch Coffee and Michaels every week in the Digital Marketer's Toast. This thing will make you feel better. It's got a ton of intangible benefits beyond anything monetary. So, participate in the Digital Marketer's Toast. Maybe we can make you laugh. Maybe we can make you cry in a good way. Maybe we can give you some mindsets that empower you and help you live a more fulfilled and happy life, right? That's how we are trying to change and impact lives around here. Shineon.com, if you want to be part of that, it takes 60 seconds to sign up. If you're watching on YouTube, you're not in our Facebook group, you are crazy. You're absolutely insane. Get in our Facebook group. It's where all the magic happens. An awesome community in there. You're nuts. Get in the Facebook group. If you're watching on Facebook and you're not paying attention to YouTube, well, you're missing out on good stuff because we have exclusive content dropping on YouTube every single week. You're not seeing it anywhere else. Get on YouTube if you want to consume it. And then obviously we have Instagram and our Facebook page. So everybody, thanks for joining me this week. You are awesome. Hope you have an amazing weekend. And until I see you again, happy selling, everybody. Take care.